Morning.
Yeah.
I bet you enjoyed that, didn't you?
Oh, I don't know what to say. The only thing I can say,
well, first of all, there's a first, and Ken, how do you think I feel?
The only thing I can say about the police thing, I don't think anybody would arrest him because I don't think anybody would be standing around him.
Well, that's very possible. Anyway, here we are. We've got a whole range of things going on. The coronation now done. All sorts of things that are beginning to bubble under. What should we be focusing on now, Ken?
Well, I think we all ought to have a celebration drink of a glass of water based upon the fact that Maggie Thatcher started the privatisation of all our assets. I mean, did you read today they got £1.4 billion in dividends, these water companies, which are owned, one of them, but by vast majority by China. And another one is owned by Abu Dhabi. I mean, can you get any better than this, really? I mean, it's unbelievable, isn't it? I've got crap on my beaches from the water company I've got, and they're paying out dividends to foreign companies which we used to own, all because of, let me guess, Maggie Thatcher.
Oh, so you phoned in to have a Maggie blame storm?
Well, it's not that. She sold off BT, British Airways, British Steel, British Gas.
Excellent.
I mean, oil, North Sea oil. I mean, everything that, what we should be focusing on now is that. I mean, we've got China building Hinkley Point with France. We sold all our nuclear power plants to France. I mean, what's left?
Well, we've got quite a lot left, Ken, to be honest.
What?
But
Exactly what? What? We've got no docks, we've got no tunnels, we've got no railways, we've even got the lottery we sold to Canada.
Oh, dear.
I mean, what's left, James? Nothing. I mean, forget AI and forget, being monitored, as Dave seems to be worried about. And your caller earlier, I think somebody from, was that another Dave? Not Dave from Essex, because I quite like Dave from Essex, but no one about turbines. What we're going to do, build all these turbines in all these riverways, and then I'll tell you what we'll do. The Tory government will come along, we'll spend all the money, a bit like the railways, we'll build them all for them, then we'll franchise them off to private companies, then we'll pay them big fat subsidies, and then we'll privatise them all.
Right.
So that's not a good idea either. I mean, we've tried that with wind farms, didn't we? Do you know how much we subsidise wind farms by?
Well, we subsidised them a whole load and then they sold them.
Yeah, exactly. It's great, isn't it? I mean, it's great to be in Britain, isn't it? And I love the way. I mean, I love the King and the Queen over the weekend, watching all the pomp and ceremony and all the rest of it. And in the meantime, all those people that were sitting in the Westminster Abbey, all shafting us and laughing themselves all the way back to Europe or China or wherever they come from, thinking, well, what else have they got left over there to sell? Maybe they could buy the royal family. Buckingham Palace could be sold for quite a few billion, I suspect.
Well, Buckingham Palace would make a lovely hotel. What were those 75 acres of gardens?
Would.
Lovely.
It's privatised it, James. The Tories don't care. As long as there's money in it, they'll sell your grandmother. If you still got one, I don't know. But anyway, if she has, make sure they don't set eyes on her. She'll be sold quicker than they could than the floods that came with Maggie Thatcher when she started this Noah's Ark of flood of all our privatised assets. I mean, it's great, isn't it?
I do wonder, Ken, sometimes why I bother even turning up. Just I don't know, put 50p in the slot and just let you go.
Well, now the good thing is, James, you turn up, you get facts from Ken. I mean, Ken tells the truth. It may not be to everybody's liking, but it's reality. I know that you'll get a few callers coming in saying what a bigoted and biased or prejudiced man that is of Tories. The Labour are just as bad. I mean, it's like the local elections. What's going to change? Nothing. The only thing that will change, James, is we'll end up with a few Greens, a few yellow or orange or whatever colour Liberals are, maybe a few reds that are going to change the colour from blue. I mean, but is it going to change anything? No.
Have you finished?
Not quite. I could go on. I mean, we could talk
I'd rather you didn't. I thought this was supposed to be a conversation. I've never been more bored, Ken.
Well, I tell you what, get all your listeners out there to ring in. If they're bored with Ken, don't say yes, and if you're not, say no. We'll have a vote, and they can vote me out.
What, they can vote you out?
Yeah, that'd be democracy, wouldn't it? Say to James, don't take his call. He's a nutcase.
No, I don't think we'd use that. We don't think we'd use that expression, Ken.
Well, all right, okay, call me a nutter. Or call him somebody that actually talks the truth that nobody wants to actually listen to. Try that one.
Well, I just think that when you trash the legacy of Margaret Thatcher, one of the greatest prime ministers we've ever had, nobody really wants to listen to that, Ken.
She wasn't, James. Look, she stole the milk from the kids, then she started selling social housing. Where are we with housing, James? Let's just look at housing.
Oh, I'm just going to leave you to just talk, Ken. Have you finished yet? Just go.
Boom and bust is what Thatcher... She did all right of it. She's the one who introduced us to 15,000
That's enough. Ken, enough.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm off.
Bye. I'm off to Speaker's Corner. I don't know about you. Bye.
It's enough, Ken.
I'm going to Speaker's Corner, James. I'll see you later. Bye. Oh, he's got an empty seat. Maybe I can fill it. I'll tell you what, I won't even charge you for the privilege either.